and away we blow.
Hey guys, it's PaTricia, E to the L to the I to the S to the E again. PaTricia Elise at your service. Hi, how are y'all doing? And I'm here to entertain you today with some video goodness. I must now be some sort of YouTube personality, maybe, possibly, because I'm obviously enough of a personality where somebody has got wind of my channel and has apparently done a reaction video to one of my videos. So I'm gonna check it out. So I'm gonna watch them watch me. That's pretty cool, I think. It's like reaction video inception. This channel is called Themarychu, and it looks like an interesting video because it's got my pretty face on the thumbnail, so it's gotta be a good video, right? So I guess that's really all I got. I don't have much preamble crap. Yeah, so let's get into it. Oh, wait. I know. I got one last thing, but it's just a quick sponsorship. So if I could please get your attention to watch it for a second, and then on with the video.
Tired of boring Halloween costumes? They just aren't scary enough anymore. Do you want to be the life of the party again? Now you can. Introducing the all-new PaTricia Elise Halloween mask. Approved by PaTricia Elise herself. Now you can be a spooky person too. What are you waiting for? Get out, get it.
You're anti-trans.
Yeah, so the first thing we have, I watched a video by this person, and it was one of the strangest things I've ever seen. It seemed a bit like how to speedrun getting murdered as a trans person. And it was about like some being invited to some threesome and then getting rejected for being trans. Hi Gypsy Lee, thank you so much. And then like getting revenge on them, like showing up, pretending to be someone else, like covering up their like Adam's apple and stuff, and somehow not getting murdered. You know what I mean? Not much, just stealing the election. Hey, that's the American way these days. If someone's not trying to steal the election, is the election even happening? But yeah, this PaTricia Elise person, but they've made this video called Kids Don't Need a Sex Change, They Need Education and Freedom. And like on the face of it, I agree with that fully, you know what I mean? That sounds like something I'd say. So I don't know. Maybe there's hope. Maybe this person isn't so bad. I don't know. Let's see what's going on.
Hey everybody, it's Trisha. How are y'all doing today? This is gonna be a quick one because somebody left me a question, and it's a really good question, and I want to answer it real quick. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow's the big day. Keep your fingers crossed for me. I'll be going into the hospital. So,
the big day, is this this surgery? Is this something else? I don't know if they're gonna say.
I got a question from somebody asking how I feel about children transitioning.
How do you feel about children and the hormones, social transitioning? I've no issue with adults living their lives and making those decisions. It really bothers me that children are being brought into it. I am not trying to be rude at all. Hopefully this has come off that way. I don't think they've been rude at all, but unfortunately you're going to get people that will take it the wrong way and will, I don't know. This is the kind of thing that offends a lot of people because, I don't know, some people like to think and that's not what we want. Hi, Meat Vessel, thank you so much.
And here's the deal. I do not feel that children should be transitioning. I think that should be left to...
Oh, cancelled. There we go. Revoke your membership card to trans immediately if you are not on board with roping kids into adult decisions that they probably don't understand. I'm sorry. It was a good run. It was a good run, PaTricia, at least. You're going to have to get cancelled now. I don't make the rules. I'm cancelled myself. It is what it is.
And to somebody... It shouldn't be done on a whim, for one. And I don't feel that children really have the capacity to need to transition, I guess, mentally. And Having said that, though, I don't feel that gender norms should be pushed on kids either, as far as like if a boy.
I think we agree an awful lot, actually. This is fairly based so far. Like, do we need to push like gender roles on children? I don't think so. I don't know that we need to push rigid traditional gender roles on children any more than we need to push gender transition and gender identity on kids, you know? Cancelled and shadow banned. Oof. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, listen, if you're watching, you should consider checking out Sky Vitariti's channel. She makes good videos.
Boy wants to play with dolls, let him play with dolls. Boys shouldn't be taught that playing with dolls is wrong. Just like girls shouldn't be taught that driving a forklift over the neighbor's dog is wrong. Thanks, Mom. But anyways, yeah, I don't think that children should be transitioning. Me personally, like I've said many times, my doctor kind of attributes my situation to a chemical imbalance. So I think that.
Do I know why tradition exists? Well, I mean, our culture has been evolving over millennia. Obviously, religion has had a big factor because religion has been a very big part of our culture for a long time. But I would argue that some of the gender role stuff, it's a bit regressive and it's a bit unneeded. But then when we're trying to push a different version of gender roles, then I don't see how we're any better. That's why I'm like, maybe neither is really what we need to be doing. Like, I don't know. Well, thank you, Big Aaron. I hope you're good.
There's very few cases where it's actually necessary for anybody to transition, to be honest. I feel that it's just people are doing it too much on a whim nowadays, but it's good.
Yep, people are doing it because it's fashionable. If you think otherwise, you're more than welcome to explain your thought process to me. I fail to see how there's not a fashion element to it these days.
That people like myself are feeling more comfortable.
Hi, fun yuns. I hope you're good.
Feel like they're able to come out with it, to be themselves without having to worry about society just totally burning them at the stake like they used to be, like they used to do. But as far as that, adults, I don't even feel like, new adults.
Well, how much has tradition been maintained? Like, things have been constantly changing for a long, long, long time. And, like, gender roles just aren't anywhere near as prominent as they used to be because of shit like feminism. I think when I'm saying regressive, it's things like males being the one that go out and earn the money, the females stay home and have all the kids and keep the house and stuff. It's just not really how it has to be anymore. I don't know. I haven't exactly prepared for a fucking debate on on gender roles and what's traditional and what. So I don't know. Maybe if he came back another day, I'd have a better answer than that. Similar to being mindful not to push religion on kids, being mindful not to push gender norms, I think could do some good, like toxic masculine sports culture. Hey, maybe, yeah. I've seen nominal Naomi AOF, so you don't have to. Don't. Oh, I'm not. I'm not planning on it. Listen. I reckon there's probably a big niche for someone to fill, just going on like these weird people's OnlyFans and like presenting it in a YouTube video, like censored or whatever, in a way that will get through. But it's not going to be me that's doing that. I'm not fucking paying any money for anyone's fucking OnlyFans. No, thank you. Oh, thank you, Funyans. I hope you're good. I will remember each and every one of you. Don't worry.
I don't know. It's got to be a long time coming, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't just want to do it on a whim. And you need to definitely seek help if you are having gender issues. Like I always say, please get help, professional medical help, and talk.
Yeah, the problem is I don't trust half the healthcare providers, especially in this person's country. But in terms of the message, I honestly agree with what she's saying. The left overlook traditions that usually adaptive. They act like traditions just randomly appeared from nowhere. Yeah, I hope I'm not doing that, to be clear. Like, You could say I'm on the left. I don't know if you're being quite broad with that, because I'm like centrist, liberal, or whatever. Like I have at least some understanding of where traditions come from and why, you know, you shouldn't just discard anything you don't like. That we should rethink. We should continually like adapt and evolve. But at the same time, there's no point pretending that anything traditional is something that's just automatically bad and should be done away with, because it's not progressive, you know. At the same time, it doesn't really make sense that women should all stay at home and not have careers in any cases.
Talk to your doctor.
As an example.
If you see a doctor for a while, a gender-affirming doctor, they will tell you if they think it's right for you to transition or not. And trust me, they know what they're talking about. And I was totally confused. I was like all over the place.
They know what they're talking about, do they? I think your mileage heavily varies. We'll get someone like Nominal Naomi talking about how, trans people are all very well informed by the doctors what's going on. I don't think that's true at all. I think it probably depends what doctor you have. I mean, I used to say the same shit. And I mean, I went to the London Gender Identity Clinic. But the thing is, like, that's just one clinic. Does everywhere else, do they all know what they're doing? I mean, I got my surgery, like, a year before Richie Herron did, in the same country, on the NHS. So even in a country like this that's not that big and has only a few resources for trans people, even then it's very dicey ultimately.
Like before I started getting gender affirming care, and it sucks. It's confusing. It's horrible. But yeah, to answer the question, no, I don't feel that.
More woke than left. I got you. That's why I normally use the term progressive. Depends. I see a lot of therapist shopping that goes on. Yeah, I mean, that's always going to be a problem. And it's not just for things like, trans. It happens with all sorts of things, because people often get an idea of what they want in their head, whether it's trans healthcare, whether it's stimulants like Adderall or whatever, certain kinds of depression medication.
Okay, so I really liked how Miss Themarychu was not too harsh on me. I think that was really cool, and she seems like a likable person, actually, to be honest. I've got no problem with her, and I actually enjoyed that video. I appreciate her giving me, the benefit of the doubt with a lot of stuff, and yeah, not just jumping, being too quick to judge me, and I think that's really cool. So, Mary, I appreciate that. Like I said, I mean, I haven't seen the whole thing before, but I've been wanting to, and now I have. So yeah, guys, I think that's really cool, and I hope to see more reaction videos to my stuff eventually, because, I've been here for a minute now, about almost 2 years. So, anyways, guys, that's all I got for this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see y'all in the next one. I love you guys. Bye-bye.